let's talk about trolls. And so this is a situation where a competitor to you complains about you to one of the tech platforms, and then those tech platforms take action on your website. And you might be thinking like, well, this seems unfair, and sometimes it is. And they basically use legal loopholes where they can file something like DMCA, which is used for copyright protection, and say that you're violating their copyright laws, even though you're not, and you know you're not. But it's similar to patent trolls. So patent trolls, if you haven't heard that term before, they own a patent, and something that they even somewhat vaguely is somewhat touches on what their patent is about, they sue you just because they just want you to pay the settlement, and they know that they would never win in court, but they do it anyway. So that's patent trolls. For copyright trolls, their objective is basically to get these platforms to lower your ranking or your, depending on the platform, basically your visibility. And they're using these kind of not ethical ways of doing it. So how do you deal with this? And so one thing is it's just the world that we live in. So not every website has to deal with this, but I promise you that if you are using SEO to gain users, and you are fairly high in the rankings, like let's say you're in the top 3 or whatever in a competitive space, you will start to get some of your competitors that are doing this. Like guaranteed, it is a common thing that happens these days. So it's worth your while to pay for like actually good legal advice to give you like a set of like just standard responses. So like Get Human I Company, all the time we get this, and every now and then we update the kind of legal responses, based off of like new stuff or whatever. But it's pretty standard. We send it out, and usually they like go away or whatever, and they stop bothering us. So, and there's stuff you could do online to respond or whatever, but just consult some sort of legal. This is one of those things, sometimes you don't have to like actually, especially when you're tight on money as a startup and that type of thing, you don't want to spend, this is where you do want to spend a little bit of money to get a good set of resources to utilize. And then the other thing, this is like a trick that we learned over the years that I will share, is that on a lot of these platforms, sometimes you're using the platform for free. So like let's say Facebook, like you don't have to, you could use Facebook for free for your business to sign up for an account or whatever. But there's an advantage to actually paying these platforms, because when you pay for them for one of their more advanced accounts, like either an advertising account or a business account or whatever, something where you are paying them, they usually have an account rep that's assigned to you. And when they do, that gives you a way of, an avenue of besides the normal kind of not having a human face to it, that the emails that go back and forth when somebody comes at you with legal action, you can actually go to your account rep and get help from within the company. And it helps a lot. So I would definitely recommend that.